So where do I start? Do I start with the women's triple threat match, or nah? Forget that. I'm just get straight to I'm just get straight to the AJ Styles and Logan Paul match. This match was what? This was right after the Randy Orton match, and these two matches could have swapped spots. Because at this point, this was the fifth match of the night, and I was already tired. So the match is still in a bad spot. Because first off, let me say the match was solid. This definitely wasn't either one of their best matches. This match should have been better. It was a solid match. You had the dude Jeff to be on the podcast with Logan Paul or whatever. He came out there trying to hand Logan the brass knuckles. Then that's when Karrion Cross come out there, and I was actually intrigued by this and thought this would have made for a cool moment. And Karrion Cross trying to help AJ Styles get the win, but instead AJ Styles decides to hit Karrion Cross, which was really stupid, and I didn't understand it. He's trying to help you get the win. Everything Karrion Cross said has been right. Karrion Cross did a better job promoting this feud than either AJ Styles or Logan Paul did, or the writers themselves, because this story was stupid. It was a bad story. Like them having a WrestleMania match, they really didn't deserve it. Based off their names, yeah, they should be there, but based off the story, this match didn't make sense to begin with. And the match was decent at best. It was a solid match. It wasn't nothing special. Like, I know both of them can do a lot more than that, and there's reasons why Logan Paul has been training so much. Y'all wonder why he's not full time yet? It's because he's still training. He's still learning. He still has a lot to learn. Like, it takes a lot to be a wrestler. So I'm not gonna hate on it like Logan Paul. You might not like him as a person, but he can wrestle. This wasn't his best match. Like this might be one of Logan Paul's worst matches in his WWE run so far. And AJ Styles' track record at WrestleMania is just so bad. His best AJ Styles' best WrestleMania match is against The Undertaker. In his last match in 2020, an old Undertaker in a boneyard match. The objective of the match was to bury your opponent in the dirt to win the match. That's AJ Styles' best WrestleMania match. You know what his second best match is? WrestleMania 33 against Shane McMahon, a guy with bad ACLs. Are we serious? His two best matches are against two old guys who were wrestling in the early 2000s and the 90s. Who nobody wanted to see AJ Styles and Shane McMahon. And AJ Styles and Undertaker was a dream match that should have happened 10 years ago. Like these. And it sucks because both of those matches were so good, but those are his best two matches. And he wrestled Chris Jericho at WrestleMania before, and the match didn't deliver. He wrestled Shinsuke Nakamura at WrestleMania before, and the match didn't deliver. He had to team up with Omos to take on the New Day. So you telling me he won the tag team championship with Omos, who he has no history with. But when he was with with the Good Brothers, were they not all champions at the same time? Maybe I'm wrong, but he could have at least won one of them, or him and Finn Balor could have been tag champs because they have history together. But him and Omos, do you realize how random that story was with them and New Day? That's like AJ Styles. He's had a good WWE career, but his WrestleMania track record is pretty terrible. And now you have him lose to Logan Paul. He just lost last year to LA Knight. So, and that match wasn't special either. That match was okay at best. Even LA Knight, that match should have been better than the Undertaker match, but it wasn't. Talking about Undertaker at the end, that was Undertaker's last ever match, and that delivered more than any other AJ Styles WrestleMania match. Are we serious? After everything AJ Styles done for the wrestling business and for WWE since he's been there in 2016, he's been there 9 years now. You have him lose at WrestleMania 41 because he doesn't listen to Karrion Cross when you know he should. So even in storyline, it makes him look stupid, which I don't get that when he's one of the smartest wrestlers of all time. Why would you make him look stupid there? And then he loses to Logan Paul. So now what he's gonna do? Blame the loss on Karrion Cross? It's not Karrion Cross's fault. Karrion Cross was right about everything that he said. So I don't get. This story was bad. This match was okay at best. I didn't like it. AJ Styles should have won the match. Him losing doesn't even make sense. Like Logan Paul really ain't paid his dues with Triple H. Triple H say everybody got to pay their dues, but you have AJ Styles losing at WrestleMania 41 to Logan Paul of all people. You realize how dumb that is? But anyways, that's not the only thing that pissed me off about night 2 of WrestleMania. And night 1 was better. I don't care what nobody says. I enjoyed night 1 a lot more than night 2. Especially with the way that the show started. Yeah. Let's get into this now. We started with the AJ match. We're going to backtrack now. The Women's World Championship match. Io Sky defending against Rhea Ripley and Bianca Belair in a triple threat match. The story and how we get here is stupid once again. Even the fact that they didn't even mention the history they had in NXT, that alone. But you know what? Fine, let's forget all that. Let's just hope we get a good match. Boom, we get a banger of a match to start the show. I enjoyed it. There was some cool spots in the match. Io, when she went for the double pin kind of early, somebody was going to do it. So obviously, it wasn't going to have no double pin. But Bianca Belair hitting the 450 splash, and who was Michael Cole calling it a frog splash or something like that? That's embarrassing. Michael Cole has been, y'all talk about wrestler spots and moves, y'all need to talk about commentary and how biased and bad Michael Cole has been recently. Same with Pat McAfee. Like Michael Cole, I get, well, I can get to it now, but him talking in the championship match about he's going to be as unbiased as he can. You're a commentator. You should be unbiased. And then Wade Beard is the heel commentator, and he has a problem with John Cena doing heel-like things. What are we doing here? This commentary, Corey Graves is better than every commentator that was at WrestleMania this weekend. Corey Graves is better than Pat McAfee. He's better than Michael Cole, and he's better than Wade Beard. But he's in NXT. But yeah, commentary, I was not messing with commentary this weekend. The commentary was egregious. Io Sky countering the Riptide, that was a cool moment. I enjoyed that. Bianca trash talking Rhea, that I don't like spots like that in triple threat matches because you're bound, like she didn't get pinned from doing that, but you're bound for something to happen trying to trash talk your opponent in a triple threat match, just ignoring the other person, which is Io. Like they're still doing that, and that's why they made it so obvious that she was gonna retain because they kept ignoring her. But the fact that she won and she pinned Bianca Belair does not make sense because Rhea Ripley bullied her way into the match. Io Sky I have no problem with Io Sky retaining. I predicted that she would retain, and I want her to retain. But the fact that she pinned Bianca Belair does not make sense. She should have pinned Rhea Ripley because she bullied her way into the match. She cried about it, and she said that, she complained like Io did. No, you cost Io her match. Bianca didn't cost you anything. When y'all are both out on the ringside, she was cheering for both y'all to get back in the ring. So you made something out of nothing. Rhea Ripley should have took the pin in this match. It was a fire match, but the wrong person took the pin. The Sin City Street Fight, I knew it would deliver. It wasn't the match of the weekend like I thought it could be, but it was really good. Priest hitting the Razor's Edge for the table to Drew. That was a nice spot in the match. Then Priest trying to doing that move where he's walking the tightrope, walking the ropes, and then being sent through the two tables on the outside. That was cool too. Drew ended up getting the win, as he should. Like Drew McIntyre losing wouldn't have made sense. He's lost a countless amount of big matches this year. Roman at Clash at the Castle, being cashed in on last year, losing twice to CM Punk. Like Drew has just consistently been losing this decade, and he's still been an MVP this decade because the work that he puts in, the matches he has, the promos, like it's all good. Even if he does lose, he looks good. But this was a match he needed to win on the grandest stage of them all, the biggest event of the year. He needed this win, and Damian Priest is fine. He'll probably do some stuff in the mid-card division now, but Drew, I can see him going after the world title. I don't think he's going to go after Jay immediately, but he could. Like, they could restart the Bloodline, a Hunter storyline. If he starts at SummerSlam taking out Jey Uso, then Roman Reigns Jimmy tries to avenge him and he takes him out, then that's when you bring Roman into the picture and you run that story at some point. Like, Drew eventually gonna go on a winning streak against the Bloodline since they didn't all beat him. He's gonna go on a winning streak against them at some point. I definitely see that. The IC title match. This was fun. I enjoyed this. I wish the entrances were great because obviously Penta, he wears a mask. Then Finn and Dom came out in masks. I was hoping that Braun Breaker would have came out of some type of dog mask, so all four could have came out in a mask. That would have been cool, but it didn't happen. But just a little side note before the match started. But Finn and Dominic went at it early in the match. Like it wasn't even no build up to them turning on each other. It was just like at the end of the day, we're trying to win a title. So who cares about friendship and all that? And I like that because it's way different from what Sol Ruka and Zarya did when they've been building them up, and then they built it up through the match. Then when they got on top of the ladder, that's when Sol Ruka kicked her off. No, in this match, they're straight going for it. This is a championship at the end of the day, so you're going to win by any means necessary. So I like the fact that they went at it immediately. Then Penta, every time he always hits the Mexican Destroyer well, Dom sold it well. Like then Carlito pulling Penta out the ring. I was surprised. Carlito's heart was broken when Dom and Finn started going at it because he didn't know who side to choose. Then you had Braun Breaker spear Carlito through the announce table, which that spot was dumb because Braun Breaker had no reason to do that. He could have focused on the match instead of Carlito. Because if Carlito was focused on Penta, he could keep him out of the ring. And then they both tried to stop each other from going in the ring, and Braun could have kept the title that way. But instead, he went to spear him. Then the end of the sequence, it was Dom hitting the 619 to Braun Breaker, Finn hitting the coup de grace to Braun Breaker. Then, and I thought Finn was gonna win, but then Dominic hit the frog splash, and Dom pinned Finn Balor to get the win. I have Dom in the new IC champion. It was a fun match. I enjoyed it. I had no problem with Dominic winning the match. I felt like no matter who won, it would have been a good choice. I felt like they had a direction for all four of these guys. I was hoping Finn would have got it, but good match nonetheless. Great match, actually. Then you had Randy Orton versus a mystery opponent. Joe Hendry, say his name and he appears. I was not expecting this. This was genuinely a surprise. One of the best surprises in WrestleMania until the end result. And Joe Hendry losing, that's not the problem. If TNA and WWE has the partnership, they should do main roster collabs. But the way he lost is stupid. They gave the TNA World Champion 8 minutes against Randy Orton. Obviously, Randy's one of the greatest of all time, but mind you, this is the TNA World Champion. And I'm not saying he has to win because he is on the WWE show. But the fact that he lost in 8 minutes and he has a championship match next week against Ethan Page and Frankie Kazarian in a triple threat match, that is terrible. This match, and the match wasn't even good. It was really slow paced. Like you could tell they don't have any chemistry with each other. So, I mean, it's a good surprise, but Randy Orton won in like 7-8 minutes, maybe 5. The match couldn't have got some extra time. There's a few matches that could have had more time, but you don't give it. That don't make any sense. Like, if you're not, there's no point in having a partnership if you're not going to get a match that's more time than this. Like, I do think the main roster should collab with TNA, but don't do this if you're barely going to give it time to shine. That's stupid. Judgment Day versus Becky Lynch and Lyra Valkyria. If you don't know, Becky Lynch and Lyra are two of my favorite women's wrestlers. But this is dumb, and I've been saying it since the Gauntlet match. Kaden Carter and Katana Chance should have won that match because they're a real tag team and they have good chemistry with each other. At first the match was going to be Lyra and Bayley, but then somebody attacked her backstage at the pre-show yesterday. So now Becky, she's the partner for Lyra. And the match was this match didn't get much time either. This match definitely could have had some more time. And Liv Morgan had to take the pin in the match. Why was Liv Morgan scared of Becky Lynch, somebody she beat twice last year? I'm not even a Liv Morgan fan, but how is she scared of somebody she pinned twice or she beat twice last year in championship matches? What are we talking about? And you had Raquel taking all these pins when her and Liv team up, and now you just randomly had Liv take the loss because Becky is back. Like, Lyra should have been defending her title. A champion being in another championship match is stupid at WrestleMania. Like, she should be defending. Like, that shows you how much they care about the women's mid-card titles. But that really didn't make any sense to me. Like, Becky and Lyra winning. So are they going to lose on Tuesday? So Lyra a double champ just because Becky was and she looked up to her? So are they going to lose on Tuesday to Chemical X? Or what? Because they really shouldn't be the tag champs right now. That's stupid. Liv Morgan still doesn't get her WrestleMania moment. Becky and Lyra, they're great, but it's like the match was okay. It wasn't a terrible match, and it didn't even get a lot of time. This match and the Randy Orton match definitely could have had more time. Even the first match could have had more time. And then the constant ads and the ads showing the celebrities. Like, we don't care about all these celebrities. We really don't. These people don't even watch. These people barely watch wrestling. They're just here because it's WrestleMania. And Michael Cole on commentary talking about Quavo's the guy. Bro, you don't listen to Quavo. Stop lying. What are we talking about? Michael Cole is a liar and he's biased. So, and Stone Cold came out there to waste time too, announcing the attendance of the record. If the stadium fills 60,000 people, how do you go from 61,000 night one and 63,000 night two? So a stadium got to hold at least 65,000 people because you did not sell out. If it is a sellout crowd, how is it specifically 6,382 or whatever you said, and it was 61,000 the other night? That stadium has to hold 65,000 people. There's no way they sold out that quick, especially with the ticket sales and what they looked like last week. Yeah, somebody's lying. That attendance record is stupid. They need to stop announcing that and stop wasting time and give other matches more time. The reason why you can't fit all the championships onto the show is because you do stuff like this and you waste time. Then the main event. And this is one of the worst booked main events I've seen. Not worst wrestled, one of the worst booked. So you have John Cena and Cody Rhodes ending the show, of course, the main event for the WWE Championship. Had Cena with some clotheslines early on. Yeah. Actually, forget all that. I'm not even going to break down this match. The match itself, it was solid. But my problem with it is the way it was booked, the way it was constructed. John Cena hit 4 attitude adjustments, and that was not enough to get him to win. You're telling me Cody can kick out of 4 AAs? Does that make any sense to you? And I know they've did this multiple years with Roman and all the spears he hit last year. He hit like 3, I think. Are you telling me he kicks out of 4 AAs? I don't get that. And then Cody catching Cena with the powerbomb, that was a cool spot in the match. That was one of my favorite spots from the match. You had the usual ref spot. Then Cena exposed the turnbuckle and started banging Cody's head off of it. And then Cody showed so much edge as a face in the match against Kevin Owens. He can't hit John Cena with the belt with the referee down? Are we serious? You're 0-4 against Cena going into this match, and you can't hit him with the belt when the ref is down because of morals and respect? Kevin Owens was one of your best friends who was helping you take down the bloodline. Then he turned on you because you started teaming with the Roman. And you had it out for him, but you can't have it out for Cena, who sold his soul to The Rock. Somebody you've never beaten before. So you're too much of a coward to hit him with the belt when the referee isn't looking. Then Travis Scott came out there and he sold the Cross Rhodes well, but you can tell he's not ready to be in the ring. Like, Cody Rhodes had to force him out the ring. Like, bro, once he hits the Cross Rhodes, you're supposed to roll out the ring. That was so obvious. Like Travis Scott, his music cool, but some people just don't need to be in the wrestling ring. Like Logan Paul, you can say what you want about him, but he can't wrestle, and he does put in the effort. Bad Bunny, he do put in the effort, but certain guys just don't need to be at these events all the time. John Cena had to hit a low blow to win the match with the ref down. They tell me 4 AAs, Cody kicks out, but a low blow does it. A low blow. One of the worst booked main events. The match was not bad. It was just the way it was booked and how it was constructed. It really didn't make sense. John Cena won 17, stood tall with Travis Scott. The Rock didn't show up, so The Rock just doesn't matter. I give night 2 a 6.5 out of 10. It was alright. It was solid, but I had more fun with night 1. I enjoyed night 1 way more. But overall, I get a show a rating of a 7.5. So both nights combined, it's a 7.5 out of 10. Even the night 1 main event was better, like just match quality. Not even the ending, but match quality wise, the main event of night 1 was better. But the best match of night 2 is probably the IC title match of Fatal 4-Way. But yeah, as a lifelong AJ Styles fan, I'm going to just end it with this. I'm very upset with how he's been booked at WrestleMania. His WWE run has been good. He's definitely going to be a Hall of Famer. But he should have won tonight. Not going to be sleeping great. Leave a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel. Comment what y'all thought about night 2.